Hello, welcome. Yo, yo, yo. It's time to start the show. And this is No Host Bars Friday with your host. I'm your host, Maniac Tim from Maniac Sports. How's everybody doing today on this Friday, 2 days before the Lions take the field against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Wow. Yes, we beat them last time, but will we be able to come up with a repeat performance and hand Baker Mayfield his second loss this year against the Lions? Well, we'll soon see. I think it's possible. As you know here, I know, I'm one that says you cannot go ahead and take anything for granted. That's for sure. You cannot just go ahead and expect to. You still gotta be prepared and ready for the ball game, and that's our coach's responsibility to have their players ready. And I think they're going to be ready. I think activating Houston is a big deal. Uh, getting rid of their car, it makes sense. Uh, it's going to be a bit harder for the Tampa Bay offensive line to go ahead and stop Aiden Hutchinson with a Creo or with James Houston opposite of him. So this is going to really bring some life, I think, into the pressure that the Lions are going to need to put on Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield has also found a home and has done really well with Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay did get in without a losing record. They got in, with a record that actually, they had one more wins than they did losses. So, basically a 9-8 record. But Tampa Bay was they're not going to be wearing those creamsicle uniforms either. Yeah, in some ways, I wish they would. Uh, Although the Lions have before lost to teams with those darn creamsicle uniforms. Tampa Bay, yeah. Tampa Bay had a 9-8 record with of course, everybody knows what the Lions had, you know. But hey, in saying that, hey, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm all ready for this game. I'm all ready to see what the Lions can offer. I'm ready to see the Lions just take it from a take it and ball it out. Okay, ball it out. Okay, we're going to just go ahead and as far as I see this post here. In just 3 years, in just 3 years, Brad Holmes has changed the Detroit Lions. Had went ahead and actually built a team. Now, yeah, he's been criticized as not building the defense as quickly as he's built the offense. You can see that, you know. Uh, but you only get so many picks each season. Uh, the Stafford trade, of course, everybody knows that helped the Lions out greatly. I'm doing good, but I can't complain too much today. Sorry about that. Sorry about that little interruption. I turned on YouTube too. But yeah, Brian Holmes has really actually picked some people that end up in the draft that end up helping out a lot. Okay, if you look at in 2021, Brad Holmes brought in Panay Sewell, Amron St. Brown, Derek Barnes, Akleen McNeil, uh, Iffy Melifondo, Jerry Jacob. Those were those were his draft picks for 2021. All those names you have seen has helped the Lions out on both sides of the ball. Okay, they they have, so really it has proven that they have did something. He has not only just concentrated on one side of the ball, he has tried to concentrate on both sides of the ball. But knowing that you needed to get touchdowns, he has really also tried to build that offense to be a potent machine. With quarterback Jared Goff needing weapons around him, uh, he went ahead and brought people in that could do that. Okay, so we'll look at the we'll also look at the 2022 draft. Okay, Aiden Hutchinson, of course, second overall pick. Uh, Jameson Williams. I know the jury's still kind of out on him. He was out the whole year. He got suspended earlier, and he's still getting acclimated to the system. He's, this deal where, you know, there was some off the field stuff too, where where Jameson Williams did not really, him and Goff did not get along, did not get in sync. The uh, first part of the um, training camp and stuff like that. And of course, he had that suspension where he was out for that gambling issues, which I think is really hypocritical of the NFL to go ahead and do that. If you're go ahead and suspend people like they did. I don't see why they did that. I don't see the point in it. But they did what they did. You know. Then of course you have Josh Pascal and Kirby Joseph. Those were the other ones that was drafted in 2022. So he went defense, offense, you know, um, defense. Okay, this year, you know, everybody got on Brad Holmes for getting Jahmyr Gibbs because they wondered why you would get somebody that was a running back when you still had at that time, we still had DeAndre Swift, but see, of course, that was at the same time um, where Jameson Williams had just got suspended. We needed that threat. So, and we needed another. We could not fully trust that DeAndre Swift would go ahead and be healthy throughout the season. So and also choosing a running back in the first round that high just didn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people. But once he got started, once he ended up getting started, he showed people that he knew how to do this. He knew what to do. He knew where to go. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Welcome. Hey, let's go Lions. How about that Aiden Hutchinson? And of course, how about the Lions are Michigan winning that that national champion for sure. The national championship. That's great. How you doing today? Hopefully, Aiden Hutchinson can go ahead and have a another good game. And of course, as we were talking about the picks that Brad Holmes had. Okay. Uh, you had, not only did then Sam Park. How big was it to get Sam Park? Everybody thought, oh, Hawkinson's gone. Hawkinson's gone. Yeah. Sure. I think Sam Laporte did better than Hawkinson did his first year. Laporta. I mean, Sam Laporta has been amazing this season. One of the biggest reasons the Lions, he has got touchdowns. He has really helped the Lions to score. Sam Laporta's been a beast. He's done his job. And, of course, Brian Branch. Yeah. Shoot. I mean, that. He's done good. And Jack Campbell, he's getting up there. Of course, he was at the second, our second pick, not second overall, but our second pick in the first round this year. Basically our own pick, where Jahmyr Gibbs was the pick that we had from the Stafford golf trade. And so we went from a team that was well over budget and understaffed, where people didn't even care about what the Lions did. People were running, I mean, where Gronk goes ahead, we went from a team where Gronk would go ahead and retire from football rather than be traded to the Lions. Okay, to a team where people's going to want to come in and play for. This is a team. And what do the Lions got to keep doing? They got to keep building. They just got to keep building, keep bringing in the people. They got to do what they can to tie up the people that they got, get them signed. Just keep being that team that they are and getting better. If the Lions can get past Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and that's still if, because you still got to go in there, you still got to play the game. One of the things I said that the Lions had to do to Matt Stafford last week is not run on his ass. You got to put pressure on Baker Mayfield like crazy. You got to do that. You can't give him that amount of time. You got to shut him down. You got to shut down their run. You got to exploit them, and you got to not take your foot off the gas pedal as far as in any phases of the game, because you're in the playoffs now, and you got to step what you did during the regular season up and bring it to them. That's what you got to do. You got to bring it to them. No holds bars. Just got to go ahead and, we talk about grit. One of the things that you got, I don't care if the Lions win a Super Bowl. You're not going to see this guy cry. You may see me growl. You may see me roar. You may see me say, hey, bite his darn kneecap off. You may see me go ahead and knock that guy down He said, I'm the type of guy, when it's competition, I want them to rub it in their face, and I want them to go ahead and take it to the max. I want to see that happen. I want to see the Lions just go ahead and take it to the max. So that's what we got to see them do. We just got to go ahead and bring it on. Go ahead. I mean, just go ahead and get those touchdowns. Keep them going. I mean, our kicking game was good. We had a great kicking game last week. Uh, if you gotta, we're known for going on fourth down. If it takes 4 downs to go ahead and get into the end zone, we just gotta do that. We just gotta do that, and we gotta keep Baker Mayfield and company, the Tampa Bay, gotta keep them out of that end zone. They've been having trouble getting touchdowns. We gotta keep that up. We gotta keep that pressure up. We gotta make them settle for field goals. I mean, you can't tell me that if the Lions can, without James Houston, stop Matt Stafford in the stadium that Stafford played way more games as a Lion than Jared Goff did. Where we seen classic Matthew Stafford go ahead and bring the Lions back time and time again. The Lions can stop Baker Mayfield just like they stopped Matt Stafford. You notice how they kind of shortened his name now since he's in LA. He was called Matthew Stafford and when he played for us, but now he goes by Matt Stafford. It's just I want to see Jared Goff get to his second Super Bowl. I want to see that. And I'm really sure we can. I'm really sure we can see Jared Goff, get to his second Super Bowl. That just will be so awesome to see Jared Goff get his second Super Bowl and him being on their line. And this time I want him to win the Super Bowl. I really, really do. I want Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions to win the Super Bowl. But what's it gonna take? What is it gonna take? It's gonna take not only grit, it's gonna take execution. I think the Lions already face one of the best teams in the playoffs, in the NFC playoffs right now to date. I really do. I think and I think they beat one of the best teams, and with the not only the quarterback that knew the Lions well, but also with Sean McVay with knew Jared Goff well. You know, I think we got to do what Matt Stafford said. Keep winning. Keep winning. Keep winning. We just got to take it off. I mean, this is one thing that the Lions, this is our chance. This is our season. We can do it. We can do it. And I do like how I oh shoot, sorry, I lost it. uh, but I do like how we are progressing, how things are coming along, and how they're actually playing. Um, would it be great? And I mean, I know one of the teams. Okay, the team that does really, and it does concern me. Okay, Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. They do concern me a lot. Uh, let's not let Green Bay ruin it this year for the Lions. We got to take it away from them. Green Bay has been a thorn in the side for many years for Lions. And it is possible that the Lions could end up, if the Lions can beat Green Bay, or if the Lions go on, and I know they can beat uh, I know they can beat Tampa Bay. But if the Lions beat Tampa Bay and if Green Bay wins, then Ford Field will host the NFC Championship game. How big is that? How big is that? Wow. That's real big. That is to have the road to the Super Bowl go through Detroit would be awesome. But first the Lions do gotta go ahead and take care of business with Baker Mayfield and company, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's what they gotta do. List anybody out there can have any questions, what would it be to have a all NFC North NFC Championship game? That could happen, being hosted at Ford Field. That could definitely happen. So let's just go ahead and make it happen. Lions and Green Bay went, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. Green Bay does concern me. Green Bay is a potent offense. They got Jordan Love is running that team like crazy. They're playing for him. The guy knows how to ball out. Look what they did. Look what they did to the Lions on Thanksgiving Day. Look what they did to the look what they did to Dallas last week in the playoffs. Right now records don't mean anything. We may be we may be 12-5. That don't mean anything. Actually, we're now, and that's our regular season record. We're now, 13-5. Uh, okay, let me see here. Okay, so it's just something that the Lions can do. You know, okay, so Green Bay had a bad start. Then they just ended up really taking it to the taking out of the way basically. But yeah, okay. On December 11th, all right, Green Bay lost to the New York Giants, 22-24. This is after, you know, after Green Bay started their winning back. Okay. Uh Green Bay beat the Chiefs after that, or actually that would be December 3rd. They beat the Chiefs. Then they lost to the Giants. Then they lost to the Buccaneers. They barely beat the Panthers, 33-30. Minnesota's a train wreck. I mean, let's face it. Uh 33-10. They beat, they beat the Vikings. Then Chicago, they beat they beat Chicago who couldn't score a touchdown. They did 9-17. So, I mean, and of course, the second game they did beat the Lions on Thanksgiving Day. Oh, okay. Beat the Lions 29-22. So they caught the Lions off guard. I'm not going to be scared of Green Bay. I'm not going to be. If Green Bay comes to Detroit, they gotta come up with a plan to beat them. They got to do it. We can't let Green Bay ruin that. We can't. We got to take it to them. But first, we got to get past Baker Mayfield and company. So it shows that Green Bay can lose. Uh, they have lost in the later rounds too. Uh, remember, if the Lions would have had their record, what the records had, if the Lions would have had Green Bay's record that they had this year, and the thing, because the Lions last year it was 9-7, but just the way things work out, 9-7 or 9-8, excuse me, they were, with other losses and stuff like that. Green Bay was able to go ahead and get into playoffs because 9-8 record was good enough to get on wild card spot because a lot of teams falter at the end. So, hey, let's go ahead and I'll give you. I'll go ahead and here. Sorry. Um, okay, so on the docket for the games this week. Okay, of course we have 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. Um, Saturday, the Texans will take on the Ravens. C.J. Strauss against Lamar Jackson. Two great mobile quarterbacks. One a rookie, one not. Both healthy, both ready to play. However, it is outside Baltimore Stadium. And with the Ravens actually being more or less the hottest team at the end of the season, I don't see any way Green Bay can go ahead and, or not Green Bay, the Texans can go ahead and beat the Ravens. So I'm going to go ahead and say Texans 17, Ravens 34. All right. Green Bay at San Francisco. San Francisco was Aaron Rodgers' nemesis. Everybody knows that. If Aaron Rodgers can say, if the Packers can say they own Dallas, if the Packers can say they own Chicago, we can ultimately say 49ers in the playoffs have owned Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers. So, in saying that, I'm going to say 49ers will win by 3 points. I'm not going to actually pick an actual score on that, but I think 49ers will win by 3 points. Okay. Detroit at Tampa Bay. 38 Lions. 27 Tampa Bay. 38-27. Or 27-38 Lions win. All right. Now, the last game to be played this week is going to be the Chiefs, of course, this being a classic matchup. Chiefs versus Buffalo at Buffalo. First road game Patrick Mahomes has played in the playoffs. This is going to be Josh Allen's year. Why do I say that? Yeah, it's been a rocky road for Josh Allen over this year. But dude, it ain't been exactly pretty for the Chiefs. So I'm saying that Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen will defeat the Kansas City Chiefs. Uh, hey, how's it going, Detroit fan, man? How's it going? Hope your day's going good. Hope your day's going good. One pride, one pride. Yeah. So, how are you feeling about this Tampa Bay matchup? I'm I got the Lions winning 38, Tampa Bay 27. That's what I just think the Lions are going to be able to do that. Uh, one pride. I just think that Tampa Bay is going to Kirby Joseph being brought in. Kirby Joseph, James Houston being brought in. It's been a while since we had James Houston because of him being injured most of the year. I think that he's going to make a big difference on that pass rush. It's just going to be great to see the Lions go ahead and do that. So, what's your predictions? Yeah, I just think I just think the Lions are going to do it. I think the Lions will end up. Uh, I think the Lions have a good chance to go to the Super Bowl. I really do. Uh, if they play right. Um, however, however, it's. I think that yeah, I do think that Green Bay is going to lose to San Francisco by 1 point. That's what I'm saying. It I could end up being wrong there, but I just think they're going to lose. Um, which means that we'll need to go over to 49ers and give them all the hell we can. You know, but first we gotta get and take care of this week's business. Um, but one pride, yeah, let's bring it on. And like I said, you're not gonna see no crying over here though. I don't care. I don't care if the Lions win. I don't care if they win the Super Bowl. I'm not going to cry. I'm going to show toughness. I'm going to this team is built on grit, built on toughness, and that's what I'm going to show. You know, now on my stream after the game, sometime if the Lions go ahead and make it to the NFC Championship, I'm going to do a live salute, a drink, and it will be alcoholic for sure. But I'm going to salute the Lions. I'm going to toast them. And it will be. By the way, I'll be watching the game at a friend's place this time. So who knows if allowed over there, I might end up doing a stream there. I don't know because I'll be guest. But But yeah, I do think that the Lions are going to win. I do think the Lions will make it to their second time in the NFC Championship, and I just feel they're going to do it. I feel this is a year for the Lions. Uh, they show up, they ball out. They could make it awful hard for Baker Mayfield and company. So James Houston being, yeah, like I said, James Houston being activated, being dressed, being there. Hey, we know he can go ahead and get those interceptions. We know. We've seen it before. You know, we've seen it before. So, who do you guys got? Okay. Ray Snippy on a bottle of Jameson, or what is my favorite adult beverage? Yeah, what is your favorite? And but what do you see as far as what's your score prediction for the Lions Tampa Bay game? Line is 38-27. Lions winning it. Uh Now me, I like I'll probably get some peach schnapps or something like that to give a toast. And then I'll also be a toast. Uh, just seeing them make it, you know, see them make it, and who knows? I mean, if the Lions go ahead and actually go to Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, man, there's gonna be a lot of toasting there, man. I just might need to call into work the next day and Darius Flay getting booed. All right. I think it's slightly lower score. 26-17. All Lions, baby. Hey, I can see that too. That is a good score. 26-17. Uh Run his mouth at Detroit Lions. He's jealous, just mad because not a punching bag anymore. I really didn't read his comments. Uh yeah, there I really didn't read that comment, so as far as from what he so is this Euro Jackson? Yeah, the Lions, and you're right, the Lions are not a punching bag. And Dan Campbell showed them. Dan Campbell told us right from the beginning of the type of guy he was going to be. What the type of team this was going to be. It's going to be a team. Darius Slay said he'll never come back to Detroit. Yeah, this is definitely Jackson. Well, we don't need him. If he doesn't want to come back, if he doesn't want to be here, I don't want to be here. I don't want him here. I don't. I'll say F him. You know, I mean, his talents. his talents were good when he was here. All right. And I thought the departure was, because of what Matt Patricia said to him, and I can't blame him for that. But hell, I can see why you're ticked off. But shoot, hey, we don't want you if you don't want to be here. This city don't need somebody that don't want to be here. With all your accolades as far as being that shutdown corner, if you're not going to play that shutdown corner, get the hell out of my face. You don't want to be part of this team that changed into a winning team. Go sleep it off somewhere else. All right. He said we boo his kids. Oh, Stafford. Or his wife said. We booed Kelly Stafford and Matt Stafford and Kelly Stafford. Hey. Why make a mountain out of a molehill? I mean, yeah, Stafford got booed. That interview with Kelly Stafford, and where they said, yeah, well, and you can see where the kids would be confused. They're young girls. They root for Detroit and stuff like that. But when Kelly Stafford goes ahead and said, well, who do you root for? You root for Daddy. So, of course, that's going to bring in boos. That's just normal. Why are they making a big deal? Hey, I believe you. Yeah, I'll need to look that up because he don't. I could care. Like I said, I could care less about him. He can talk shit or. Hey. Oh God, I love that. Oh God, I do it. That is good. That is good. I mean, just like I said, it wasn't like they got up and they announced, Buddha's dog too. Yeah, I will. I'm not, I will, later on today, I'll look it up. Actually, let's know. All right. Let me see. Just good. Oh yeah, we're gonna be booing Baker Mayfield Sunday. Yeah, definitely be booing him. Uh, Here's Slay. Darius Slay. No, I'm not gonna subscribe. Is this right now? Big play Slay. I'm not gonna subscribe. Okay, let me get this. Okay, I'll look it up some other time. I'm not gonna be able to look it up right now. But yeah, we'll be booing. We will be booing Baker Mayfield Sunday, and if his family's there, who knows? It might get booed too. Yes, I figured it was you. How's it going, man? How's it going? So, yeah, right. You know what? Don't let it bother you. You know, I'm definitely not gonna subscribe to his channel when he's doing that crap. You know, because why would I? I mean, he's Matt Patricia followed him over there. So why is he so hard on us? You know, it's all right. So, but yeah, yeah, his team lost. Um, However, his team go ahead, they went to Super Bowl. They lost last year in the Super Bowl. His team went ahead and uh, hired the coach that basically told him to go, told him to quit um, blankety blanking somebody's D and play some darn ball. So, he got traded. Him and Matt Patricia didn't get along. Then Matt Patricia ends up after a couple of years following him there, and he's putting down the Lions. Come on, get off it. Shut down Darius Slay. We don't need him. We got Gardner Johnson. We don't need him. Slay. Besides, Slay's getting kind of old right now, anyway, too. So who knows? Yeah, So I don't think you gave me what I know Detroit Fan Man did, but what's your take on the game? What how do you feel that the Lions are? What do you think the score is going to be of the game? Your Jackson and anybody out there too. Anybody else out there that wants to go ahead and share? Well, that of course is debatable whether uh, it was you know I heard they're looking at suspending him. So I don't know. They could have thrown flags. Uh, of course, you got to look at too the court, and what C.J. Gardner Johnson said about that. Yeah, he is if you why do you put the receiver in that position where the where the you know where basically you hang the receiver out to dry. You know what is a defense supposed to do to stop them? So tell me, is Matt Stafford a dirty player for throwing the pass there? Is McVay offense dirty scheming for throwing the ball there? You can also look at it that way too. Right. Exactly. So what? Yeah. Can I? Exactly. So I'm just saying, you cannot only just blame it on the defense. This is, you know, pretty soon the defense ain't going to be able to do anything to stop the receiver. You might as well put a damn hard to pull flag uh, off the damn receivers and tune down the game that way rather than trying to do it the way you're doing it. I mean, come on, really? Wow, where's the time gone? It's almost noon. I can't believe that. I really can't believe that. It's almost noon. But so the Lions. Okay, I I was just being sarcastic. If the NFL to I'm sure goes to flag football, I will not watch it anymore. Go bring the Lions back. Yeah. Uh, of course, that's the way the Pro Bowl is now. flag football. I don't like flag football. But that was just a saying. You want to see somebody get hit. Yeah, I hear you. I bone crushing hits. Yeah, football is a dangerous game for sure. But also in saying that, I've been on our yeah, I can understand that. I was joking around. I don't want to see them go to. Uh, I was just saying with all these with how they want to restrict it. You know, that was sarcasm. I was being sarcastic with it. I don't want to see them go to to the flag football either. I mean, that would ruin the game. Look, yep, like I say, I believe you. Exactly, exactly. Oh wow, you're right. At least most of them. But you didn't your Jackson. You didn't give me your prediction. What's your game? What's your score prediction? 28. Uh, uh, Lions. Okay. Okay. 28-24 over Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah. Okay. That's good. All right. Well, I'm saying that I am going to need to get ready to get going. Uh, but hey, I'll be on again this weekend. Let's go Lions, one pride, 100% here. No football. Keep it real. Keep it just real. Uh, this is Maniac Tim from Maniac Sports. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. You guys all have a great day. You guys rock and roll, rock and roll. All right, go Lions.